Yo, what's up guys? I want to show you today one of the top 5 apps that I use on a day-to-day basis for basically just running my Mac, but running my SaaS businesses that really help me to be more productive. And I wouldn't definitely not consider myself as a power user like some of you out there, but there's a few hacks I think I can show you. Now, these 5 apps that I'm going to show you are not ranked in a particular order, and there's many more. So if you like this video, I'll definitely record another one with some more apps. But I thought these 5 are the ones that like just show up almost every day in my day-to-day routine. So yeah, I thought I'm going to show it to you. First app I want to show you is called Vivid, and in my opinion, it is a super handy app that allows you to almost double your screen brightness. The idea behind this is that basically, as you can see here, MacBooks allow you to actually have a much more brighter screen. However, they don't really make it easily accessible because they just reserve it for some like video editing stuff. But with this app, you can basically enable your Mac to always have this screen brightness on. And it's just something that if you work outdoorsy or basically near to a window, you will find super useful, because this difference really makes or breaks you kind of like my like everyday routine because of the sun glare that comes in. And by increasing my screen brightness, I can really work in much more like a comfortable way. And it's basically one of the coolest apps one of the coolest hacks that I found in terms of like Mac. It's made by these 2 guys, by Ben and Jordy. Really recommend you to check their Twitter accounts out. But anyway, so I'm going to show you now how what Vivid does on my computer. And for that, I just have to go to my phone for a second. All right, now let me show you how Vivid works. It's as easy as just simply open it. Just going to open Vivid. And boom. Now, I don't know if you noticed this, but this is a significant increase in the brightness. Now, I can actually decrease it here, right? And this is the default maximum brightness. And if I would now go up, you can see that this is quite noticeable. Let me just show you on another screen. I'm here now on my project site, Redreach, and this is the maximum default the MacBook provides you with. And now let me go up with Vivid, increasing the brightness. I mean, it's basically night and day, right? Quite literally. Let me go down, and let me go up again. This really is a huge improvement in my day-to-day workflow. And yeah, if you haven't installed it yet, you should definitely give it a try. All right, and we're back. Now let's go on to the second app that I use on a day-to-day basis. Now, this app is called Supercharge, and it's made by Sindre Sohus. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. It's actually an app that does a lot of stuff. Like, you can basically have it to do all sorts of tweaks for your Mac. However, there's one thing, like one tiny piece of functionality I use within this app that has basically been saving me like tons of headaches. And this one tool is basically a shortcut to disable your Mac's notifications that pop up here on the right. You would basically just have to go here and like click them away with your mouse. And with using this Supercharge functionality, you basically can do this like with a keyboard shortcut. And for this, I do have to also show you this on my phone, because when you're screen recording, you cannot even see the notifications here. But I'm just going to quickly show you in Supercharge what I have set up. So if I open Supercharge, you can go here into shortcuts, and then you can see I don't have any shortcuts other than that so far set up. But if you go down here, you can see that I have clear visible notifications, and this is the magic. And I have set it to a hyperkey. Like these characters here are basically just my shift key that I have remapped, and then X. So if I press caps lock X, it would basically do that for me. The way how I remapped the caps lock key to a hyperkey is by using Carabiner Elements, which is a really handy Mac application. It's free. You can download it, and it basically allows you to remap some of your keys. And within Carabiner Elements, I just have this like super simple thing set up here under complex modifications called caps lock to hyper. You can click on add rule, and then like basically just import them from the internet, and you can just search for their online library and then download it. I have some other stuff running here as well, but this one is like the most useful and easy to set up. All right, let me show you how it actually works. All right, now let me show you how the Supercharge feature works. Now, if you're like me, you probably get a lot of notifications here. And while you can put most of them on Do Not Disturb, there's some notifications that always want to show up here. And as you can imagine, this, for example, becomes active whenever the camera gets active, but I have some other stuff here for like network connections, and so these notifications keep popping up. And now, what you can do is you can obviously click here and click every single notification away, or click on clear all. However, with Supercharge, this is way better, because all I can do is press a keyboard shortcut, and it will dismiss all these notifications for me. So all I have to do, basically, I mapped it to my Shift X. So all I need to do is press Shift X, and now let's see what happens. Press Shift X, boom, and they're gone. You won't believe how much time this is saving me. And yeah, this is like one of these things that I've just recently discovered, and I don't think I can live without anymore. And we're back again. Now, the third tool, something that I think as a Mac user, if you start using it, you cannot go back anymore, is Home Row. Now, what Home Row does is basically it turns, like, by pressing one keyboard shortcut, it turns your entire Mac into a keyboard shortcut map. So I'm just going to show it to you. I have mapped it also to my caps lock F. So if I press caps lock F, basically everything here on my screen now becomes accessible with a keyboard shortcut. So if I would, for example, want to stop this video, it would be a FA. So if I press FA, it would stop the video. If I now go caps lock F and I would want to, I don't know, access my like very top here date display, I would do SP and it would open the notifications here, as you can see. And so that's basically it. Like it is super, super handy. You can do like a lot of things with this. For example, I can also press caps lock and J to like move up and down. I have it on caps lock J and K. You can't see it here. But yeah, I can move up and down, and I can also navigate to my next app. If I do command caps lock F and I go to DG. The next one I want to show you is a Mac menu bar app called Ice. Now, what Ice does is, there's a few apps that do this. There's Bartender, but I found Ice just to be really nice. It's open source. And it basically just allows you to hide your some apps in your Mac menu bar. And if you have a lot, like me, this becomes really, really handy. So what I have set up Ice to do is basically just show me a few Mac menu bar items here on the top. And then if I hover over the Mac menu bar, you will see that there's like all the other ones that I have like installed. These are like, some of them are like crap, but like I just want to keep them here for now. But so basically it allows you to declutter your Mac menu bar, and yeah, I cannot live without this anymore. You can also hide if you want to. You can hide some apps, but yeah, that's basically what it does. Very, very simple. Very simple. Now, the fifth app I want to show you, which technically is actually two apps, but I feel like they fit in the same category, is basically for being a bit more on top of your Mac security. And these two things are Little Snitch. Shout out to Yannick for showing me Little Snitch years ago. What it does is it basically monitors every like network activity that happens on your Mac. And how it does that is that whenever you open a new app, it will basically show you all the network connections that are incoming, and it allows you to deny or allow them. So this is amazing if you're installing like sort of like a, you know, shady-ish app, and you see that it wants to do a lot of connections to like random servers that you don't really know, or basically just like connections to like analytics software, right? A lot of like Mixpanel stuff or Firebase analytics stuff that you can basically just deny, and you know that they don't get the analytics. And in some cases, like it's important for the developer, but in some cases you might want to have more privacy in that regard. And so yeah, Little Snitch will highlight that. It's really, really easy to set up, and then it's just like a set and forget thing. And if you want to, you can also go in and see all of your network connections and where they're going from. So if a lot of them go to, I don't know, China suddenly, while most of your traffic is in the US, you might want to check it out, or the other way around. So yeah, that's Little Snitch. It's made by a really, really fantastic company, Objective Development. Those guys have been doing really, really cool stuff, like security-wise for Mac for years, probably decades now. And yeah, can highly recommend. And in that regard, moving on, what I want to show you is Oversight. Now, Oversight, it's a free app, and what it allows you to do is it shows you like Mac notifications when something like a microphone or webcam is being detected to be on. So what this allows you to do is that if there's an app that might want to use your like camera without permission, you will see that it is trying to do that. And in some cases, that can be really, really handy. And it comes really handy with your microphone as well. And that's basically all it does. You just install it, and then you will see an alert. And yeah, it will look like this. And you probably already saw that if you're using this, it comes in really handy to have the Supercharge feature of like dismissing all visible notifications, because these notifications will pop up quite frequently. So they always show up here, and I want to see them, but then I want to dismiss them quickly. So I just use caps lock X, and then they're gone again. So that's like why I think like all of these tools together become really, really handy. And yeah, and then like just a bonus app, you probably all know, it's like almost too generic to already mention. It's obviously Raycast, which is the Mac launcher that I've been using for everything here. And it allows you to do like gazillion of things. And if you want to, I can show you like how I use Raycast in another day. But yeah, that's definitely very, very helpful as well. And then last but not least, Setup. If you don't know, it's basically like a subscription that allows you to access a dozen of apps within one subscription. And yeah, it's been really, really helpful. I use tons of apps from Setup, and you just pay one subscription and get access to all of them. So it's almost a no-brainer if you ask me. So that's basically it for now. If you like this series, let me know. I'm more than happy to show you a few other apps that I've been using. There's many, many more, but I thought like these 5 sort of like I use on a day-to-day basis, and they really, really help me, and I cannot live without them anymore. So yeah, cheers.